to get started today, we will begin in a seated meditation. I like to start with meditation. It's a way to really ground yourself and connect and get into your headspace, set your intention for your practice. If you're new to meditating, you find a comfortable seated position. Stack your spine tall. Soften your shoulders from your ears. Seal your lips. And let your breathing take place throughout your nostrils. You'll want to focus your attention on the sensation of your breath. A nice place to focus on is the triangular space above your lip and below your nose. If you find that area too difficult to focus on, you can widen your point of focus to your entire nasal cavity. Take time and just breathe. You'll begin to draw more focus and attention to your breath. Take a deep inhale in through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Deep breath in. Exhale through the nose. And you'll keep breathing this way, but you'll start to notice that my breath starts to have more texture to it. Kind of like oceanic waves or leaves rustling in the wind. And if you have a hard time getting to that breath, which is known as ujjayi, you can tuck your chin to your chest. It adds the deepest constriction to the back of your throat. And you'll want to keep breathing that way. If ujjayi breathing is something that's new to you, it may seem a little weird, but it actually works really, really well. And you may wonder, why do always people talk about breath all the time? Well, it's because it works. And before anything, yoga is a practice of breath. Still working with ujjayi breath, that oceanic breath. As you inhale, bring your hands high above your head. Exhale, twist your body to the right. Left hand might come to the right knee. Gaze off of the right shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Look up. Exhale, twist your body over to the left. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, fold forward. Feel your hips open. Nice pull on the glutes. Inhale, roll back up. Exhale, twist over towards the right. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist over towards the left. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold forward. You'll start to notice a pattern. Our breaths have a movement. Inhale, roll up, look up. Exhale, twist over towards the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist over towards the left. You might hear your spine starting to crack. Inhale, lift back up, lift your chin. Exhale, fold forward. We'll take this through one more time, letting your breath guide you. Inhales, lift. Exhales, twist. You'll stay here for a few breaths. Using your breath as a mechanism to get a little deeper. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold into the space created. Inhale, lengthen and soften. Exhales, melt in. And just 2 more breaths here. On your next inhale, you'll start to shift forward for your hands and knees for tabletop pose. Get there in whatever way makes sense for your body. And tabletop, shoulders stack on top of the wrist, hips stack on top of the knees. Take an inhale in to prepare. Exhale, curl your toes, lift your hips high, downward facing dog. Here your body's in a nice upside down V shape. First down dog of the day for me. My backs and my legs are super tight. And I'm actively going to work to try to melt my heels closer towards the mat. I might bend one leg and straighten the other. It's kind of called walking your dog. Then you might shake your tail left and right. And spread your fingertips wide, like the webbing between your fingers. It starts to open. And I like to press through my entire hand, driving my chest back to my thighs, and shift the gaze to the space in between my knees. And here my shoulders feel hunched to my ears, so I'll rotate my elbows inward. Shake my head yes, shake my head no, and see if I can soften. Breath is still full and deep. In and out through the nose. Next inhale, look forward to prepare. Exhale, step to the top of the mat, meet in a forward fold. If you'd like to use blocks, you can bring your hands on top of the blocks. It lifts the ground for you. Stay here for a couple breaths. First forward fold of the day. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to the shins, squeeze the shoulders back. Exhale, fold forward, chest melts down to the thighs. Inhale, roll up to stand, bring your hands high above your head and look up. Exhale, drop the right hand down, bend the body over towards the right. Your right heel may lift off the ground, pressing into the tips of the toes. But inhale, come back to center, reach high. Exhale, drop the left hand, bend the body towards the left. Press into the tippy toes, pressing the right hip out. And shift your gaze towards your fingertips. Inhale, come back up. Take a baby back bend. Gaze shifts back, hips press forward. Exhale, fold, chest comes down to the thighs. Inhale, halfway lift, hands may come to the blocks. Then exhale, plant your hands and step back, lower to the bottom of a push-up, chaturanga. If you have your blocks there, your shoulders, they can tap there, you'll notice you're low. Inhale, straighten your arms, roll onto the tops of your feet. Upward facing dog. Exhale, send your hips high, down dog. Melt your heels as close to the ground as you can get them. Actively use your breath. You'll be here for 3 cleansing breaths. Next inhale, shift the gaze. Exhale, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll up, bring your hands high. Exhale, bend over towards the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, over towards the left. Inhale, reach high, look up, take a back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. You can lower to the bottom of a push-up or skip it completely and come to down dog. All works on your level of practice. After your 3 breaths here, inhale to prepare. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the hands high, look up. Exhale, bend the body to the right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale, reach high, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. You can lower to the bottom of a push-up. Maybe drop to your knees, chaturanga. The whole goal is to lower energy. Inhale, straighten your arms, up dog. Exhale, send your hips high, down dog. You take 3 loud, active, cleansing breaths. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bring the hands high. Exhale, bend over towards the right. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, bend over to the left. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, lower for chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 3 active breaths. You'll start to notice that the more you move through, your body will start to heat up. Remember, repetition builds confidence. If you're new to something, you have to go through it a few times to get used to it, to get comfortable. Inhale, shift the gaze. Exhale, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, bend to the right. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. You can lower for chaturanga or step back, down dog. 3 active breaths. Inhale. Exhale, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach through your fingertips. Exhale, bend the body. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, vinyasa, lower high to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. From down dog, inhale to prepare. Exhale, top of the mat. Bring your feet to touch this time. Ankles and big toes come to kiss. You might adjust your pants if you need to. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to the shins, legs are straight. Exhale, bend your knees. Sink your weight back to your heels. You might even lift your toes at this point. Try to get the tips of your fingers down to the ground. You know, think you're at a concert, a state fair, or a rodeo, and you don't want to sit on the porta potty, all right? So engage the leg muscles. Inhale, bring your hands high. Utkatasana, chair pose. Realize there's different chairs. There's a high chair, there's a super low chair, and there might be a booster seated chair. Take the chair that works for you at this point in time. Spend a few breaths this first time here. Notice if your chest is folding forward, actively lift your chin. Let your heart be open, soften your shoulders down your spine. Tuck your low belly in and tuck your tailbone in, sit a little lower. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to downward facing dog. from down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg high. You might bend the knee, opening up the hip. Take a few ankle circles. Good. Inhale, lift the right leg back as high as you can. Exhale, use your core muscles. Squeeze your knee towards your chin. Gently set your right foot down in between your hands. Work to widen your base. Maybe scoot the back foot back a little bit more. And you spend a couple breaths here. Shine your heart forward. Maybe come onto the tips of your fingers. If you're using blocks, lift the floor. Gently drop down to your left knee. Uncurl your toes. Inhale, sweep your hands high above your head, kneeling crescent lunge. And realize if your balance is completely off here, you're just not used to being in a shape like this, you can clasp your hands, press into the tops of your thighs, and allow your head to hang back. Next, exhale, straighten the right leg, forehead to shin. It's called half splits. Yeah, and a lot of times we shift our tailbone all the way back to our heels. That's fine. Or you can also work to keep a 90-degree angle in the back of the leg. You actually get deeper into your hamstrings that way. And breathe into it actively. Use your inhales like you're pulling on the tips of your fingers, chest forward. Exhale, fold, walk the fingertips forward a little bit more. One more. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, walk the fingers forward. Good. Next inhale, plant the right foot down. Curl the toes of your back foot. Lift off of your knee. Crescent lunge. You see how I kept that base wide? Let's see if you can do that. Shift your gaze high. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left side high to even. You'll bend your knee, open your hip socket. Notice the differences in the sides of your body. Inhale, lift the left leg back high. Exhale, use your core muscles. Left foot in between your hands. Work to widen your base. Come onto the tips of your fingers or lift the floor with the blocks. Good. Next exhale, drop down to the right knee, uncurl the toes. Inhale, sweep your hands high, kneeling crescent lunge. Use your inhales to reach. Exhales to sink in deeper to the hips. Next exhale, half split, straighten the front leg, forehead reaches down to the shins. Inhale, lift onto the tips of the fingers. Exhale, walk forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold in. And stay here for a few breaths, further opening the back of the leg. Next inhale, plant the sole of your foot, curl the toes, lift up, crescent lunge, wide base. And notice if this doesn't work for you, you can always take the kneeling variation. But what doesn't challenge you, it does not change you. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. You'll notice here the sides are even. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, step to the top of the mat, feet to touch. Inhale, bend or straighten your legs, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, fingertips down. Inhale, sweep your hands, high chair pose. 3 breaths. Every exhale, sinking a little lower. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down dog. From down dog, inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right foot in between the hands, drop down to the knee. Inhale, hands lift. Kneeling crescent lunge. Spin 3 breaths the second time through. Notice your shakes and wobbles. Exhale, down dog, half split, straighten the right leg, forehead to shin. 3 breaths. Next inhale, shift up, crescent lunge. 3 breaths. Next exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step forward. Drop down to the knee. Inhale, kneeling crescent. 3 active breaths. Every exhale sinking in. Every inhale reaching high. Next exhale, half splits. Forehead to shin. 3 loud breaths. Next inhale, crescent lunge. Feel your lower body as it opens. You'll notice each time you might be a little deeper. If that back knee is sinking, lift it high. Exhale, down dog. From downward facing dog, sides are even. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, chair pose. 3 breaths. Exhale, sinking lower. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, 3-legged. Right leg high. Exhale, step forward. Drop down to your knee. Inhale, kneeling crescent. Exhale, half splits. 1 breath this time. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, down dog. 3-legged. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, kneeling crescent. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, plant the hands, down dog. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, chair pose. Sit lower. 3 breaths. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right foot forward. Inhale, kneeling crescent. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, kneeling crescent. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, down dog. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, top of the mat. Last time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, chair pose. 3 breaths. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, kneeling crescent. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, kneeling crescent. Exhale, half splits.
Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, down dog. Spend 3 breaths here. Inhale, lift high on your tippy toes. Exhale, drop down to your knees, tabletop pose, shoulders on top of the wrist, hips on top of the knees. Inhale, drop the belly down, lift the gaze, cow pose. Exhale, round your spine, mad cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, mad cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, mad cat. Couple more. Inhales, cow. Mad cat. Inhale, back to tabletop pose. Exhale, child's pose. From child's pose, inhale, shift forward, tabletop pose. Exhale, curl your toes, send your hips high, downward facing dog. We'll start to work with our third set of movements known as the sun salutation C. We'll take it through one time together, holding postures. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, bend your knees, get right into chair pose. We've been here before. And 3 active breaths. Exhale, fold forward. Now if you have your blocks, you might want to place them by your sides. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Right foot stays planted. Inhale, left leg high, standing splits. You'll notice one side of your body super tight. This is my really tight side. Exhale, step the left foot far to the back of the mat. Inhale, grow into triangle pose. You straighten your limbs. Right hand comes down, left hand high. Your hand might reach for your shin, or if you're super flexible, wrap your pointer finger and thumb around your right big toe for a yogi toe lock. Shift the gaze high. Both legs as straight as possible. Next, exhale, hands to heart center. Lift your left heel off the mat. Turn towards the right knee. Prayer twist. Press down through your right palm. And shift your gaze up. Twisting the spine is a natural cleanser for the body. And you also give your internal organs a massage. Usually we get back massages. From here, inhale, plant your left heel down. Open your arms up like a flower, warrior 2. Deep bend in your front right knee, gaze shifts forward. Actively press through your front foot and through your back foot like you're pulling your mat apart. You'll feel your hips open. Exhale, side lunge to the back of your mat. Energy shifts super low. Your hands might come to heart center or rest down on your mat. You might flex your toes from your face down towards the ground. Plant your right hand by your foot. Inhale, left hand high. Dragon flag twist here. Now your gaze shifts up towards your fingertips. Right heel is lifted. And you press firmly through your right palm. Shift your gaze up towards your fingers. And exhale, tap the right knee down. Bring your left hand in front of your left foot. Inhale, lift up, half moon. You stack and open your hips. And to begin, you might look down at the ground. And then over your next few breaths, you might find your gaze shifting up towards the ceiling. Flex your back foot, lift the leg a little higher. Next exhale, hands come to heart center. It's called a curtsy lunge. Deep bend in both of the knees. And the sole of your right foot might reach up towards your glutes. See if you can lift your heart. Reach back with your left hand for your right foot. Inhale, lift and kick. Twisted dancer. Remember, there's all types of dancers. There's toddler dancers, there's teenage dancers, and then there's professionals. Different levels. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, down dog. From down dog, inhale to prepare. Exhale, top of the mat. Inhale, chair pose. Sit in it. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, right leg lifts, left foot plants, standing splits. Walk your hands towards your ankle, forehead towards your shin. Exhale, step the right foot to the back of the mat. Inhale, grow into triangle. Right heel plants, both legs as straight as possible. They call it triangle because you're making a bunch of triangular shapes. I've only counted 2. Let me know if you have any more. Exhale, hands to heart center. Prayer twist to the left knee, right heel comes off the ground. Press down through the palms, twist the spine. Inhale, open up like a flower, warrior 2. Stack the shoulders on top of the hips. Exhale, side lunge to the front of your mat, right knee. Sink your hips low. Plant the left hand down. Inhale, right hand high, dragonfly twist. Exhale, tap the left knee down. Inhale, open up into half moon. You might take your block, raising the floor if one side is a little tighter than the other. Notice sometimes in half moon, this left foot might dangle. Lift it high, flex the foot. Engage all parts of the body. Shift your gaze towards the tips of the fingers. Exhale, curtsy lunge, hands to heart center. If you need the blocks, you can use them. They're there, they lift the floor. Spend a few breaths, get comfortable, bring your hands to heart center. Reach back with your right hand for your foot. Inhale, lift and kick into your hand. Twisted dancer. If you have a wall, you can really work on leaning forward. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, down dog. Inhale, lift high on your tippy toes. Exhale, make your way to tabletop pose. Take a few cat-cows. Inhale, back to tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. You'll stay here for a few moments, maybe relaxing your breathing technique, coming back to just a soft inhale and exhale. You might even open your mouth at this point, breathing in and out through the nose and the mouth. It cools your body, but if you breathe in and out through your nose only, it keeps the heat in. You're working towards closing the practice. You might work to cool your body. Start to slither your body forward, make your way to your belly. Plant your forearms down on the ground, your palms face down towards the mat or the floor, and your shoulders stack on top of your elbows. You lift your chest for Sphinx pose. And notice a lot of times with Sphinx, people think that their head has to be lifted. If for whatever reason that's super uncomfortable for you, you can place a block in front of you and allow your forehead to rest there. Getting a mild compression in the lower back. If you feel any pinching, relax the muscles in your glutes. And start to lower down to your belly. You have the option to take belly down shavasana here, which means you close your practice here on your belly, softening your body completely. If you prefer to take shavasana on your back with as little effort as possible, roll over towards your spine. Softening your body completely. Returning back to a natural breath. Closing your eyes. Start to wiggle your fingertips and your toes. And begin to deepen your breath. Roll over towards your right side. Taking a fetal position, you rest on your arm like it's a pillow. And just take a moment to notice what's different, what's the same. Over your next few breaths, you'll press up to a seated position, facing the front of your mat. Allow your hands to rest in your lap. Take a moment to internally express gratitude. Bring your eyes to a close. Draw your hands to heart center. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thanks for practicing with me. If there's anything that you would like to see, anything you would like further explained, if you would like a slower practice or a quicker practice, drop it in a comment below. I will be happy to create something for you. And again, thanks for watching.